Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Lee and you're watching Dark Roots Creations. Today is going to be my January wrap-up. So sorry for a different location than normal and sorry if I look really tired. I am in Arizona for my trade show work trip, so kind of working hard at that. This month I read 5 books. I am still in the middle of 2, but I am filming this on the very late on the 30th. I know I'm not going to get to finish either of those books, so just going to wrap this up here. So the first book I read for the month was Apple Cider Slang by Julie Ann Lindsay. This is the first book in the Apple Cider Shop. So this is a series that takes place in West Virginia. A woman named Winnie who wants to help her grandmother named Granny Smythe, revive her apple orchard. So they start coming up with some events and ideas that they can do there. In the meanwhile, her grandmother's nemesis gets killed, and of course she gets blamed for it. So not only does Winnie have to help clear her grandmother's name, she also still has to try to keep the farm going, especially to redeem her grandmother and the farm in the eyes of the people of the town. I really was super excited for this series. I heard about it right around the time I was coming back from Vermont, and we went to an apple cider mill. I was really looking forward to this. I thought this would be amazingly cozy, and I was kind of disappointed. I don't know if it was all the hype or what, but I only gave it 2 stars. Something to note, I was sick when I was reading this, or I was just getting over sick and still feeling kind of slumpy in my reading, so that could have something to do with the score. So next was B.A. Paris's The Therapist. I have had this on my TBR forever, and I was really looking forward to reading it this month. This book was on my TBR also for, I wanted to read a thriller a month, and this was also on there for Rachel Fryman's Golden Girls Readathon. The prompt for this month was to read a book with a city or a country in the title, and since her name was B.A. Paris, I took that as kind of the initiative to read this one and use it for that prompt. So this is a thriller. I don't want to say too much about it. A couple moves to a neighborhood, definitely upgraded in life, a neighborhood called The Circle. The wife finds out something tragic about the house, and the thriller goes on from there. I thought a lot of this was very predictable and fell flat, which is kind of disappointing because I have enjoyed B.A. Paris books in the past. Again, this could also be because I was still in my slump, kind of getting over, the ending of being sick, but I didn't enjoy it. It was okay. I gave it 2 stars. The third book I read was The Stepsisters by Susan Mallery. This was my first Susan Mallery book ever. Didn't even realize it was that big of a deal till I started talking to people, and apparently she's very popular. So this book was about 2 stepsisters, Sage and Daisy, whose parents have since gotten divorced. Meanwhile, when their parents were married, they did have for both of them, their half-sister Cassidy. Something happens with Cassidy that kind of brings them back together, and this is an opportunity for them to kind of change their bitter past with each other around and, kind of maybe take the sisterhood bond to the level it could have gone to before. I love this book. 5 stars, first 5-star book of the year. The the next book I read was Trick or Treat by Kathy Daly. This is number 3 in the resort at Castaway Bay. I am a huge fan of this series, so I was looking forward to getting to this book. We're continuing with a few other background things that were going on in this one, as well as Sydney continuing to work with Ezra Reinhold on a new cold case that has something to do with Halloween and kind of the past and the present. So I like when that happens. I really enjoyed this one. We'll definitely continue. I think there's already another book in the series that's out, so definitely looking forward to that. I gave this one 4 stars. Okay, the last book I read for this month was Insects, Ivy, and Investigations by Tanya Kappas. This is number 17 in the Camper and Criminal series. Since we're that far along in the series, I don't want to give too much away. But in this one, a girl named Alicia has shown up and she's beaten up. And this turns out that this is one of Mary Elizabeth's other foster children. So she kind of shows up at the campground and wants help and sympathy. And Mary Elizabeth has always been very generous to her foster children in a lot of ways. So let's just say we see how things play out with this situation. I do like this series, and I gave this book 4 stars. So that is all I read for the month. Not as much as I would have liked. Still getting over being sick, hurt, a little bit of a reading slump. Then this work trip came up, not just came up, but the work trip came about, and I really didn't get as much. I thought I would read a lot on the plane. I didn't. Did finish season 5 of Peaky Blinders, but that's as far as that went. Still in the middle of the Exabala murders, and I don't remember who it's by, but Arsenic and the Azaleas. So those are the 2 books that I'm not going to finish for January, but I'm hoping to finish up. I would be interested in knowing what everyone read for January, what you got done, how the first month of the year is working for you and your goals. Please let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.